Welcome to SRB TV. Come on now!
We are here.
Hey everybody, before we get started on episode 15 of Young Justice Season 4, we just want to explain that Season 4, Episode 14, we did do a reaction to it, but unfortunately we had an issue with our camcorder and didn't successfully record. So, suffice to say, we apologize, it was a complete accident, nobody's to blame, nobody's at fault. We are going to go forward for Episode 15 reaction, as well as also just giving our thoughts on episode 14 as well, because we usually do it automatically in these. We usually give our thoughts on the previous episode anyway, so we get to hear our thoughts then and there. Okay, we're sorry there is no episode 14 recording. Once again, we humbly apologize. It's a complete accident. So right now, from this point forward, you're going to hear our thoughts on Season 4, Episode 15. This is our Season 4, Episode 15 reaction, but you will also get to hear some of our thoughts on Season 4, Episode 14, the mid-season premiere return. So I hope you guys enjoy. Take it easy. And that was our return to Young Justice of Season 4, Episode 14. So a couple of interesting things to take away from this. Mm-hmm. Violet trying to find her identity, considering that they are like technically somebody else's being, technically the body.
Well, that goes to the end. Here, she's trying to. Overall, what she's trying to do is she's trying to find out the person she wants to be. So she's diving into like, what type of religion should I follow? What type of, it's like, what does it mean to her and stuff like that. And even at the very end, with her, she was trying to find out, okay, how do I identify myself? So it's like she's trying to find out the person she wants to be. That's what overall we got in this episode for her side of the story.
Yeah, they figured it out by the end. Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing is definitely the Superboy stuff. Yeah. So we see
a little bit of the Superboy stuff. It's just more of like, it's like, okay, he's in this other realm or,
world between
worlds or something like that. That's what it feels like, and he has this other person with him who's not yet awake, but trying to figure out where he needs to go to.
Yeah, it does appear that seems to be the member of the Legion that the rest of the Legion are trying to find.
Possibly.
That's why they were there, is to find a guy who sent her away. Mm-hmm. So as of right now, like I said, maybe just a world between worlds. We do know that like the school bus does drive by him at one point. Maybe that stream of infrared is the school bus driving back and forth through the time thing before.
Maybe not. It could be just one of those situations where it's it's just leading him where he needs to be going to. That's about it, but not like that specifically.
Yeah. Then the main part of the story was the stuff with Aquaman. He was part of this. Is part of this council.
It's like a UN council of the ocean in a way. Just them representing each part of the ocean and stuff like that, trying to delegate and kind of like understanding each side, point of their sides, where it's like not everybody's gonna be willing to do this or that, and by the end of it, it's like just as they're trying to come to an agreement where they're all finally on the same page of where they want to be. That's when, of course, we get Orm showing up and just attacking them all fully.
And then this hooded figure stop Orm, and then was it King?
Mira pretty much brings up something about a prophecy that pretty much. Well, I guess we're gonna have to find out later about prophecy about maybe this mysterious figure that's showing up. Don't know who it is exactly. I thought it was going to be the person that was watching over originally, but I'm like, nope, because they're still watching over. Remember which pretty much the one that pretty much said, my prince, his little lackey. I thought it was him, but it's like, no, it's not him. So it's like, okay, so we got a new mysterious figure here.
We also did get some update on some of our Atlantean characters we've seen over the last few seasons, like the one white-haired girl that Aqualad saved few years back. We see, I forgot the fish dude's name.
Lagan.
Yeah, Lagan, he's in a polyamorous relationship, which is cool. He finally found his happiness post Ms. Martian. I remember that much.
Yeah.
We got to see a member of King Shark's race, which was pretty dope. Like, we only get to see just King Shark, except for, like, Harley Quinn. But, like, we don't usually get to see like King Shark's race a whole bunch. So it's nice to see somebody else besides, you know, the one who's more known for, like, being, like, an adversary, like the Flash and Batman, you know, so.
Yeah.
What else? It's weird how they drink alcohol in this world and under the sea. I love that one guy who, as soon as the fight started, he went, I'm out.
Yeah.
He went out.
And this is why I love at least the animation writers and stuff like that, because the way they write some of these stories with Young Justice, that's one thing I wouldn't mind asking James Gunn is, like, have you seen, like, Young Justice, and what do you think of their storytelling and stuff like that type of situation? Because I wouldn't mind getting his opinion on it, because I know him for this new DC era. You know, it's a type of situation of, like, you know, it's like, you know, story is king. It's like, are you grabbing writers that have pretty much experience working on stories such as, you know, Young Justice or this or that, you know? Because some of these storytelling, you know, even here, has just been very brilliant, you know, molding 3 storylines into one episode. And it's like, it wasn't confusing or, you know, misleading. It's like, you understood kind of what was going on in each little story. You know, it wasn't like you were confused or like, why is that there? Why is this going on? Why are we doing this? It's like, no, because all these stories are going to be eventually, at some point, it feels like they're going to be connecting somehow by the end of it. You know, but that's what I love about the writing here. And I just, like you said, it's like, even if I see Young Justice go and stuff like that, at least it's like they wrapped it up with a you know, possibly an amazing season.
Yeah, so it looks like part of this, the second half of this season, is going to probably just focus on Aquaman stuff.
Well, that's why I said everything finally leading to where we're ending up at the.
Yeah, I feel like the precipice in the second half of this is going to be.
Now we're starting, because the beginning was kind of just a start, and now we're in the second half. We're starting to now make that approach of, okay, we're starting to get to the end here. We need to start moving a little bit forward, moving the story of, like, where this is all ending up at.
I am curious to see who the hooded figure is, because I honestly have no idea. I don't know. I don't watch enough to know, like, who that is or who it could even be. Like, I have a couple guesses, but they're all wrong. I know they're already both wrong. And one day, hopefully, King Beluga will get to speak. Hello everyone, welcome to our episode of SRB TV. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're going to take a look at Young Justice Season 4, Episode 15.
Ebb Tide.
Ebb Tide. So previously, in our mid-season premiere episode, we saw a couple things. We saw how Aquaman's been dealing with the death, quote-unquote, of Superboy. We've seen Superboy is somewhere right now with what looks to be a member of the Legion. Let's see. Violet trying to find her true identity, considering she's playing a dude disguised as another dude. But yeah, she winds up officially now identifying as non-binary. As well as Aquaman stuff. Apparently, Orm tries to attack the the Atlantean Council, but then that gets stopped. But then they add some mysterious hooded figure, which we don't know who exactly it is yet. As right now, Superboy is following this red trail he sees in the distance in this world between worlds. Also, we also find out, as usual, he sucks at naming things. Ghosty to ghost. A+. So, with all that being said, here you go. Here's going to be our reactions to Young Justice Phantoms, Season 4, Episode 15. So, here we go.
Superman, we need to talk.
I think you're a little confused.
That's a Legion.
We're not confused. But we do need your help.
Legion.
The system's never gonna work!
Oh, okay. That's what that is. Oh!
Husband,
Ah!
rumors rise. Life's renown. Anoint this king, the one, the true. Let's celebrate. Let's all renew.
I like to think there were 6 tasks and somebody dropped the other tablet. Anyway, these are the 6.
The prophecy.
3 tasks prophesied for this one true king.
He's trying to pull from Melbourne.
Out of his priority has been to repair the city and capture Orm. But
Yeah, like if he was the chosen one, why didn't he reveal himself? Why did he just go?
I will see to it.
A threat to Atlantis.
Mulder, you need to see this.
Mother, father, I have to go.
Of course.
We will talk again soon.
That's a giant pillar of flame. Yeah, that's not usual.
My friend Clark said you wanted to see me.
Okay. Thanks.
I love that. I love that they're like,
Explain.
is he really
It would
freaking
help
doing
if you
this?
allow me to telepathically link with
No. We talk with words. I don't know you well enough to give you access to my mind.
Fine. We are from the future. We came back.
How did you get here from Mars?
We asked for help and she said yes.
She.
Miss Martian.
And oh, another ship. All right, maybe Miss Martian as well. I forgot the ship's a beam too. The fuck?
Arrived and then they left.
Time!
I guess that's
Oh no! Wait, didn't that happen during their season? You can punch this dude in the face. There you go. Oh, well, makes you believe. Oh!
mentioning she.
Clarion. Yeah, that's right.
I've warned the sea light to steer clear. High King Orin to all city-states.
They were
This is
jumping
a
between
priority
places to see all the disasters
Stay
going
away
on.
from the site. What can I
Exactly what you have been.
do? So crowd control.
Crowd control.
Dude, he's like, I miss this punching things.
You have to understand, Superboy was a great inspiration to us.
With him dead, your future, our present, is a galactic disaster.
Certain people, heroes,
We need
influenced
you
the
to take his
Legion,
place at a
and he was
crucial
one of
moment
them.
In time.
We need you to be in Happy Harbor, Rhode Island 10 years from
Yeah, see, the problem is, even this world, no yellow sun, like... Oh!
The rock went right through him.
Yeah.
The Triton's head at last shall herald seas that bring red death.
Three will rise.
Red Death.
Restoring breath.
There you go, there's your
East
prophecy.
gains Arian's crown. Our one true king revives renown.
You are under arrest. No, not again. Never again.
This I can do. Uppercut. Fuck you.
Gotcha.
Please.
In days gone by, I was called Arian.
Arian? Arian, Lord of Atlantis? Arian, the founder of Atlantis?
The founder.
Arian, the failure of Atlantis.
Kid Flash. We need to talk.
Oh!
They're going to any and everybody.
Impact. Oh, wait. Hold on, thought. It's the Savages.
No,
War World.
I think not.
Yeah.
Though the crisis with Child has passed, I believe we should leave our valued assets here, where they may be kept safe against the next crisis in us. As of now, it is our sole priority.
Just prepping for whatever comes next from the sound of it. So, that's a way to end the episode 15 of Young Justice. Season 4, episode 15. Just, oh, by the way, they went back in time to talk to Kid Flash. Like, and it's not one of those, oh, I got mistaken, that's the new Kid. No, that is the Kid Flash that we saw sadly pass away at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
I know, we have the quotation marks because it's DC, it's comic book stuff, but like, fuck, that's a big shocker. Because I think what happened was, they tried with Superman, They failed.
Yeah, what it is that they're normally that's what again. It's one of those situations where they tell and they're hoping for the ramifications to change right there on the spot, but they're not changing.
But see, my question: this doesn't make sense. They said their time sphere was destroyed, right? Mm-hmm. So how were they able to go to the past to talk with Wally?
I think the time sphere is if they can't move forward, all they can keep doing is go back. That's all they can keep doing. And the thing is, they're waiting for the ramifications to change in that moment.
Superman asked that question too. Remember? He's like, well, why don't you go back and try again? They said they couldn't because their time sphere was destroyed.
I don't know. I really don't know what's
this
going
one,
on.
That's why I'm like, whoa, this raises so many more questions now. How are they able to go back and talk with Wally? Like, fuck. There's other stuff we can talk about. Like, fuck, that just completely threw me off right now. Yeah, they talked to Superman, see if he could be the answer of them going back. Looks like he did.
I like how Superman pretty much was just trying to stay incognito all the time.
I love Sarah.
And you're like,
I love Sarah. He goes, yeah, my friend Clark told you to talk to me. And she's like, yeah, sure. That's like my favorite moment of this episode. We got more backstory on how Calder got started and stuff. How him and his family had it rough at first. But then, thanks to him being more the adult of the family, they persevered ultimately.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it was.
And they are like a family. They're our parents, pretty much. They're just concerned that he's stretching himself too thin with taking care of the Justice League stuff, taking care of the stuff in Atlantis, dealing with his own stuff. Like, he's still dealing with the loss of Superboy. Like, and it's cool to sit there. We never got that exposition when the show started. We just, he's the apple out of this show. So it was nice to see how he grew up. Get a bit more backstory on him. That was really nice. The prophecy we see is foretold, and it turns out that prophecy tells of the founder of Atlantis.
Well, very much, the prophecy just states pretty much how the one, it's like the one true king in a way. The one that's supposed to, there's three, and then all of a sudden, when the other two, fail, he's the one that succeeds overall.
And we already see Arthur just feel like he's not really doing anything. Like, he's like, I'm doing all this, yet it still feels like I'm just stuck in one. Like, you can tell there's already planting the seeds of him. Like, maybe the king thing was not the best of ideas. To fully commit to it.
Well, again, we have this new person now showing up. We don't know who they are. We don't know. It's like, we know they're the founder, but it's like, what do we know his true intentions? Is he that true king? It's just this prophecy, this laying up just too perfectly, type of situation.
And one thing I have to give credit to, I don't give credit to a lot, is they tell you when and what time each event takes place that we see. Because I completely forgot until they showed it. This was still set during when Clarion goes nuts on everything.
On the whole world. That's why when you saw it, which is pretty good. It was a pretty cool shot of hey, he sees them traveling to each place of every part of the world where there's trouble, and then them leaving real quick. So it's really cool now where it's like they're not leaving any plot hole unplugged or anything like that.
I got what you mean.
It's that they're making sure everything is the story is just right. Everything's tying in together with the way it's supposed to, and leading the story to where we're gonna eventually end up at. Yeah,
wherever that is. Because did you find out anything about the founder of Atlantis?
No, it's just right now. It's just the founder right now.
Just the founder of Atlantis. Okay, so it feels like there is more to his story because even Calder is having his suspicions too. It's like, why are you coming back now?
Yeah, it's like you've been away this whole time. Why back now? It's one of those suspicions where it's like you have to have those suspicions. Yeah, you have the prophecy, but at the same time, why now? Why are you doing this at this moment? Why are you trying to show your face now? What's the purpose? What's going on? What's truly going on for you to return?
Yeah, and then I blanked.
Then you have pretty much Superboy, which is more just right now we're just seeing him survive. That's about it. Him trying to survive, trying to figure out where to go to next. That's all it is really right now. That's the only thing we're kind of, until she wakes up. Right now we have no idea what the hell's going on. We're just along the right way.
Yeah, because she has the answer he wants to know of how he got there, She has more or less the answer, but she has the answer.
You know, but the thing is, like I said, it's that right now that's where we're at with Superboy.
So basically, the only thing that's keeping him alive right now is just happy thoughts, pretty much.
Right now, it's just he's just trying to stay alive and try to see how the hell they move forward to wherever they have to go to next. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this was a really good episode. Like, I love the stuff about the prophecy, Aquaman, OG Aquaman having his doubts about being king. Getting more backstory and Colder is really nice, because I didn't know much about his backstory. It's nice to see he had, I mean this in a storytelling perspective, that it's nice to see that he had it rough, that it wasn't easy for him, and like, his parents trying to make him realize, you need to take a break. You need to breathe. Yeah. That's what we all do. That helped. We know that to an extent, Ms. Martian did that. It is doing that. Like,
yeah, like I said, it's more or less just trying to help him get through a lot of this stuff, because they know he's going through a hard time. And like I said, that's why I like in the beginning how pretty much even in the last episode, it's like we kind of like see him, like they explain what that they all went through, what they did. They kind of get over each of the person's death. You know, how they just delve into their work more and more and stuff like that. And that's what he's doing in a way. He's just diving his head right into more work, just overworking himself. That's what we're seeing there. But again, this episode overall was, another great episode. Great storytelling, great writing overall of how they're putting everything together.
Yeah, and then we saw in the, I guess, quick shout out to the credit scene, which is we see the Savages just prepping for whatever comes next.
Something's coming, so they're prepping for something big that's coming their way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, another great episode overall.
Yeah, I'm psyched to see where we go with this Wally West thing. Yeah. So other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about DC shows like this one, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of this episode. Do you guys enjoyed? Did you like where they're kind of going with their story telling so far? Do you guys like just how they're weaving everything together, especially those quick little moments with Dr. Fate, stuff like that, showing up and leaving, kind of tying that those storylines together as well. But let us know also what you guys thought of our reaction to this episode in the comments down below. But most importantly, we thank you for watching.
Yeah, and like you said, we're back, so you can check out our previous reactions we've done recently right here on the channel. And of course, on the next episode of SRB TV, dealing with Young Justice Phantoms Season 4, Episode 16,
Emergency Dive.
Cool, more Atlantis stuff. So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very Clarion-filled episode of SRB TV.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.